Welcome to the stream, everybody. I think the camera is a little bit on the delayed side of things. It looks like it is on the delayed side of things. Hey Harry, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Is the camera okay? Are my lips weird? Because I think my lips are weird. The camera doesn't have a consistent delay. And the only way to test it for me is to test it every time. Like, record something and see what the camera is doing. So, we're launching Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I don't remember what I need for this game. I can adjust the volume, but I can't move the maybe. Oh yeah, it's the volume. It does like a weird thing. I hate it. I hate it. This game has a weird volume. Shadow, not Shadow. What am I looking for? Not Shadowrun. I finished that already. Finished Shadowrun. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That's the one. But it's not here because it's... there it is. Got it. I got it. I'm launching it. I'm launching the game. Let's put the sound on. Nope, that's not the sound. That's the sound. It comes from the left first. That's the one. I think we're live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. It's been a while. Actually, we can tell just how much of a... It was last year already. It's been 10 days. 10 days. No, 11 days. Probably. It wasn't a Saturday then. Was it? Yeah. It has been 11 days. Oh, that's right. We're in the freaking Jedi area with all the super... what's the word? What do you use to make your clothes white? Bleach. That's right. Super bleached people. I'm gonna go back here first because the minimap tells me I've been here, which I have, but it's sort of a lie. Just want to see what it is. Look at all the chairs with a thing in the middle. There are 12 chairs. I'll say chairs, but they could be something else. They're settees, anyway. Is that the word, or is it city? For sitting. And this is the meditation chambers. Let's save the game before I click on it. This door is cold to the touch, and there seems to be no conventional means of opening it. Well, we're not going to the meditation chamber, though, then. I did well in coming back here. That's how you explore. You always go to the places that you don't want to go to, or you don't need to go to. Handmaiden sister.
Why have you approached me?
Azor, welcome to the stream. I had the volume wrong on my side. I saw the new League announcement of Path of Exile. Oh, you are asking if I saw it. No, I didn't. I didn't see that. Seems amazing. How different are the leagues? Isn't it just, you know, like a league? What new things does it add? I mean, although Path of Exile has a lot of things, so there's a lot of places to add stuff. I'm looking for a fight. I love that. That's cool. I like that. I want to go with I'm looking for a fight. Depends. Some don't change much. This one changes a lot. Oh, interesting. I'm looking for a fight.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
Teaching.
Oh, yes. We train extensively in various...
A lot of new maps, new endgame mechanics, new items. Oh, that's lovely. It's fantastic.
You may prove a pleasant diversion.
Then I'll be happy to oblige. No, let's go with the first one. I could use a good sparring match.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings.
Did
Before we
I
begin,
change my underwear because I'm dark side?
with the Chani traditions?
I thought it was a canny. I don't know. Does it have anything to do with why you wanted me to this robe?
All duels between us shall be without.
Have you decided when you will do your Let's Play? No,
There shall
I
be
haven't.
no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet.
It's
are
not
to leave
it's not
the
a
training mat
it's not gonna
during
happen
the
soon.
battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
Let's do this.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest.
What the heck is this
If
battle?
you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I
Did you
will
see
not
this?
use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
If you're ready, so am I.
Then let us begin.
I don't know that I'm ready. I really don't know that I'm ready, because I can't use my... I don't have weapons. Also, I think I changed my underwear because I'm dark side now. And I have the better version of underwear. I can use... I suppose I can use my forms, because she's not using her forms. Let's go with the flurry here. We're not particularly accurate, but it might work.
This will teach you.
It seems like it does. Wow. Oh, I'm not even attacking. Yeah, I'm not even landing my hits.
You have fallen.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight again.
Seek one of us out when you wish to fight, and we shall honor your request.
Wow. Also, you took all of my equipment again. How dare you? Well, a little bit of my equipment. My Jedi robe. And my swords. I don't remember what I had, though. What a pain in the ass. Seriously, what a pain in the ass, Donaldson. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, this sucks so much. I'm gonna have to... Well, it doesn't suck too much. It sucks a little bit. So I'm gonna have to reload from the beginning of the stream. So I can... obviously, I'm gonna reload my save, but so I can, you know, look at what I have. Oh, I don't have weapons right now. Well, let's reload from even before that, then. Ooh, from the plateau.
Egotistic praise
Oh, no, come on. Come on!
wins.
I screwed it up so hard. And now it's the whole sequence.
Assessment.
You mother!
Forms of the Jedi and their allies. Activate the minds and prime
You're
the
Alt F4.
sequences.
Are you really sure you want to quit? Yes, I am sure I want to quit. No, not Discord. Go away, Discord. Why is Discord here? Knights of the Old Republic. Discord is weird. It shows up like in the background every once in a while. It's been doing that for a while. Did you see how I clicked on it and it didn't do anything? So what I want to load is stream 5. Because at least there I know. Because I upgraded my weapons before I came down here. So from here... No, that's not how you do that. This is how you do that. So I have the long sword. And I have the Zabrak Vibro Blade. I think... And quick save. Right there. I hate it. I hate that they remove my stuff. So, longsword. I think the longsword might be upgraded. It is a black vibro blade. That one is definitely upgraded, at least at the moment. But I think maybe some other ones are upgraded as well. Okay, I can't heal by myself. So I'll just walk around a little bit then. We came from here. I think. Handmaiden sister. This place doesn't look very healy.
Why have you approached me?
I apparently can fight you all. What a weird situation. The Ebonhawk, where is it?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atreus
What a
has
weird
given
thing.
you permission to leave this place and not to return.
I had some other questions for you.
You may ask.
I want to know about this place.
This was once a mighty irrigation center for Telos. It survived the orbital bombardment of the Sith, though the inhabitants did not. Ancient irrigation channels still lie beneath the surface of Telos, waiting to be used again for the reconstruction efforts controlled from this facility.
But why is Atreus here?
Shortly before the destruction of Dantooine by the forces of the traitor Jedi Malak, Atreus had many Jedi artifacts and knowledge transported here secretly.
How did she know Dantooine would be destroyed?
The Jedi Council sensed it. Master Vrook, Master Vandar.
It's always the same
It was
answer.
too late to do much
I
except
sensed
make
it.
arrangements for evacuation. It was a dark day for the Order. Many on Dantooine did not survive, Jedi or not. Atreus would not speak for many days after the attack, and we feared our mistress was lost to us. In time, she regained her voice and her strength. She brought the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi here and has kept them safe.
Artifacts.
Yes, many relics from Dantooine, some which predate even the destruction of Ossus. She was not able to save all, but she saved enough. She was able
Enough
to bring
for
them here
what?
before the Academy's destruction. It was a fortunate thing. She was not able to save everything.
I'd like to see some of this Jedi knowledge.
Viewing the relics is not allowed without Atreus' permission.
Atreus has allowed me to walk freely here. Surely that implies trust.
There is truth in what you say. Many such artifacts are
dang it.
sealed away in Atreus' chambers. But if you wish to see a few of them, speak to the last of the handmaidens. She has seen some of these objects and has an interest in such things.
Last of the Handmaidens.
Yes, she should be in the training
Harry
chamber
says I
to the
started
north and west of here.
the Mass Effect
She
series, but this
constantly seeks
time
to
with
improve
cut
herself
content
so
and
that
textures
she may
mod.
no longer be ranked last
Good
among
stuff.
us.
Textures probably make the game look amazing. Although, there's a lot of sparse areas. But, textures go a long way. Why is she ranked last?
Because she is easily distracted by matters that do not concern her.
I didn't
or
think
her
it was going to be
duty.
that
Such
last.
distractions weaken her, and she knows this.
Distractions such as...
I will not speak of them. Ask her yourself, if it matters to you.
I don't know if it does or not. Can I ask you some other questions?
You may ask.
I had some questions about Atreus.
The mistress? What of her?
Where is she? I want to speak with her again.
She is meditating, and she does not wish to be disturbed. Your presence here has
It's a bit
troubled her,
tricky.
and I hope you do not choose to trouble her further.
It's a Windows 7. No, it's a Windows Vista. Mass Effect, I think, is a Windows Vista exclusive game. I don't think it worked on Windows XP. That might be the reason why it's tricky. What can you tell me about her?
She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
And how does she plan to do that?
We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atreus has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atreus has
Does
said
she?
that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen. And nor would you, Exile.
Yeah, I thought it's kind of interesting that she's not really blaming the Jedi for not answering, for the things that my character blames the Jedi for, but just they did a bad job indoctrinating Revan and me. High talk for Atreus considered... let's not go with that. I mean... yeah, let's go with this one. I chose to go to war, not because I was trained to do so. That line doesn't make sense. Hey, Jung, welcome to the stream. Let's say it anyway. I chose to go to war, not because I was trained to do so.
Atreus has said the training of the Jedi was flawed, and the Jedi said
Even
the war
an
was
injector
proof
for
of
the
this.
textures. And what does Atreus consider proper training?
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Atreus to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Atreus has chosen instead to focus
'Cause
her
it's
efforts
boring.
on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
Atreus knows nothing, and she will transmit her ignorance to anyone who follows her.
She predicted you would say as much.
She heard me
seems to know
say
you quite
that.
well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing.
Perhaps the other one knows nothing. That sounds like a challenge to me.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you.
I don't need
I have
that.
been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
Never mind. I've had been taught already. Some other questions?
You may ask. Ain't
Why did she choose to come here after... shortly before the destruction between... let's go with this. Why did she choose to come here?
even the Sith prefer live prey to scavenging a corpse.
Oh, you're leaving,
She
Jung.
thought that a world
See you later.
already savaged by the Sith would not prove a target a second time. It was a place where the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi could be kept safely if the Sith could not be turned aside.
And then I can go back to the dialogue. This is a pretty decently designed dialogue, and I mean, it's got a lot of trees and like little questions hidden in paths and whatnot. What do you do here?
We serve the Jedi, and we watch.
Are you training to become Jedi?
I assume you meant no insult. It is forbidden for us to become Jedi, even if we possessed the awareness of the galaxy that the Jedi possess. We are here because we are not Jedi. That is our purpose.
Why would it be an insult?
We have taken an oath to never follow the teachings of the Jedi, only to watch those of the Order and carry out Atreus' will should it be necessary. Atreus believes the new Jedi Order that shall arise here will need to be guarded and watched by those not touched by the Force. She thinks it will give balance.
Huh. And who watches you?
Atreus is the one we serve, and she guides our actions.
But Atreus is a Jedi, and you're supposed to watch Jedi.
Atreus is trusted. She has watched Jedi rise and fall and knows the ways of both paths to see the signs when they begin. She is a worthy one to judge the Jedi when the Jedi refuse to judge their own.
It sounds like a pyramid of Pazak cards to me. What a nice corrupt little circle you've made here.
I do not expect a criminal to understand. You have existed outside the circle of the Jedi for too long.
And so has Atreus. I mean, there aren't any Jedi here now, are there?
Atreus is the only Jedi here, this is true, but the Mistress will bring others in time.
Atreus couldn't bring a deck fly to garbage, let alone Jedi to this place.
You shall see. She has more
You criminal scum.
you know.
Why do you all look the same and sound the same?
We share the same father, and we all bear the face of our mother. It is not unusual for the Achani of the same parents to be born so as to be indistinguishable to outsiders.
But the one handmaiden who challenged us when we arrived, she looked differently.
As I have said, it is not unusual for the Achani of the same parents to be born so as to be indistinguishable to outsiders.
So she has a different set of parents?
If you seek to raise anger in me, you will fail, exile. I tolerate your presence only upon orders of the mistress. She did not order me to endure your questions.
I had some questions then.
You may ask.
And I can go back to that. Yeah, never mind. I'll be going now. So I'm fully healed again now, which is great news. Because I think I'm ready to get my butt whooped again. Maybe I should go and talk to the same one. The problem with the fight, though, is admittedly my stats are absolutely horrible. -1 strength, which is going to lower the damage output, but really the dexterity is the issue. Let's try something. This is inspired by the last episode of Season 2 of Buck Rogers. Oh, the thing that inspired Star Wars.
Have you returned to fight again?
Yes.
Very well. I shall honor your request. It shall be the same as before.
Enough talk, let's fight.
Then let us begin.
So I can't use stimulants or anything. But can I use shields?
You have fallen.
What? Let's fight again.
Very well. It shall be the same as before.
Yes. So it cancels the fight immediately. Okay, I can handle that. Let's go with normal attacks. See what I can do. Okay, we're landing hits at least.
This will teach you.
It does. 44 damage is incredible. There's no hope. The criticals are brutal. At least I landed some hits, you know? Half her damage, or half her health, for all of mine.
You have fallen.
Yeah.
Seek one of us out when you wish to fight.
I mean, it's just not something I can do, I don't think. It's just not something I can do as far as I can tell. I don't know what it does if you win. So longsword on that side and Vibro blade on this side. Over here, I think. Star Wars Bloodsport, yeah. Hooray, all the violins. Let's explore this area. Fortunately, the healing rate is relatively good. Ooh, we got things over here to steal. Concussion grenade, Mandalorian heavy armor, credits, shield. Did I actually use my shield? I don't know, because it doesn't show the charges there. I hope I didn't. I didn't see it being activated, so you'd think it didn't get activated. Combat sensor, meditation band, cryo band grenade. The real visor as well. The persuade and charisma. That's a real shame. If I could get some accuracy, some dexterity. Combat sensor might actually be a good opportunity for me. It's just +2, so effectively it's a +1 on rolls and a +1 on armor class. But it's something. Okay, well, let's see what I can do. Broken item. Dang it. I had to do that. I had to open it. Oh, this room doesn't have anything. That's surprising. This one does. And it's another broken item. Hey Rui, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. And a lot of them are locked on this side. Another broken item, but the money didn't get broken. And that's all that matters. As long as it doesn't break the money. Know what I mean? So they're all aggressive. Is that... No, that can't be a lightsaber. It is a stick. So, you know, they have sticks. Let's look at our... Okay, we need to go east that way. This map is enormous. And this is probably where I arrive. Yes, it is. From there. I talked to you. You can't fool me. No, I talked to your sister over here. They all say the same thing. Which is rather upsetting. Once every time I came here... came here to say hello. Yeah. Thank you very much. Welcome on in. And we have more stuff. And also very industrial looking containers over here with some parts. Look at these things. What are they for? Medpack, Zabrak, Vibroblade. That could be good. Durasteel heavy armor. No, that's not as good. The Vibroblade is a good offhand weapon as far as I can tell. It is the one that I'm using. Is that a star map?
Why have you approached me?
Because of the... Okay. I thought... I'm not going to ask for my friends. I don't have friends. I have slaves. Dark side. What about this door? Speaking of slaves...
Did you find what you came for?
That depends. What was I supposed to find here?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
So Kreia focuses really much on the learning. The challenge aspect of it is kind of complicated and hard for me to distinguish what she... Some of these lines are very close together. But I really want to butter up to Kreia as much as I can. So we have some options here. The woman here is a Jedi, one of the council. She was one of the council who cast me out of the order and wanted to punish me even further. She means me harm. I may have to kill her. That's probably not going to be good. I wouldn't exactly call her charming. Stay out of my head, I'll remove yours. It looks like it's the first option, and all the other options are progressively bad. Progressively worse. I think it's the first one. The woman here is a Jedi, Atreus, one of the council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atreus, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atreus plans to heal the galaxy and then rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often...
Oh yeah,
expectations
Atton does that.
around.
Fleet
Perhaps
Admiral
students
Cycle,
will
welcome
come
to the
her
stream,
in
by the way.
time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
So I can explain to you, I've come to the realization, not on camera, but while I was editing, I've come to the realization of what that is. And there's two, you can connect those dots, especially on the second time it happens. So it says, something came over me, and you gain influence over him. That's as literal as it gets. And you think that, oh, I can't believe what I did. And then he likes you more, but that's not actually what's going on. He says, I can't believe what I did, and then you influence him more. So what's going on with him is that there's some sort of force connection. You know what I mean? There's some, you're mind controlling him in a way, and that's what he's referring to when he says something came over me. And that's, that's mind controlling because you're doing dark side stuff. So the influence that you gain isn't necessarily that he likes you more, it's that you can control him more. And that's why it's counterintuitive and sort of weird. But it's kind of fun as well, because usually you think that influence is just whether they like you or not. But in his case, it isn't. And I didn't realize that on camera. I realized only when I was editing, because I was editing earlier today, the episode where that happens when probably the thing that, yeah. Wait, is that the second time? You murdered some guy on Telos. Right. You're seeing only the first time because it happens twice. He says the same dialogue, which is weird. For me, it happened twice anyway because I killed many people because I'm a psycho like that. Look at her. Look, doesn't she look cool? Look at that. All the dark force. Dark force. That's I don't know. So aren't the handmaidens? She does. She looks pretty badass. I knew the handmaidens were in students, but I didn't realize they weren't able to feel the force. I'm still trying to butter up Cray over here, and it's kind of tricky. Let's go with this one because it's a question. Those who cannot feel the force?
Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the force as well.
This is important.
Even if they were force sensitive.
Their minds are walls. One of the first things Kreia says is about how easy it is to read the thoughts of Atos. Or Aton, whatever his name is. For her to say that their minds are walls, she's referring to she can't read their minds. And so that's the first option right there. How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly or when there is nothing to be gained.
She means me harm. I may have to kill her.
Killing such a one could prove difficult and unwise. Yet she distracts you, that is...
They're vampires, yes.
Maybe reason enough. Such distractions could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
I like how I think, Kreia. You're cunning. I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to literally... what's the word in English? Eulogize her? That's not the word. Then again, the first line right there. How would you kill her if you had to?
Direct action is not always the best.
Because it's more about asking to
It
learn.
is a far greater victory to make another see through your eyes than to close theirs forever. Yet all that lives feels, and where
Lovely.
something feels, there is weakness.
She wants me to turn her to the dark side, which so far her dialogue has been mostly me trying to do that, and more or less succeeding. Not really, because she didn't ever say any dark side stuff. And that's how you turn to the dark side, is by saying dark side stuff, not really by doing anything, although doing also does that. And what is her weakness?
Why, you, of course. You are the gravity around which all her actions rotate. You exert a stronger influence than you know. Be her foil, her challenge, and eventually she will see things your way.
I did not... You see how it's consistently... Oh, you can't see because I have my face in front of the text. It's consistently the option, the better option at the top, and the worst option at the bottom. That's sort of weird. Or not weird, but it's nice. I did not realize I had affected her so deeply.
Oh, yes. Natural leaders do such things to followers, whether they be simple criminals or old women such as myself.
I will consider this. For now, let's go.
Very well. Let us depart.
What happened to Atten?
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
He can sleep on the ship. Let's go. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
Yes, you did. You were, you lost consciousness in the crash. First option is still the best option for him, I think. There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy, concealed on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Just go to the ship. I will deal with your failure later. No, let's not say. Yeah. Meet me at the ship and prep it for launch. We're leaving as soon as we can.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
The two party members left are Aton and Kreia. Bao-Dur will meet you at the Ebonhawk. Influence over Bao-Dur has been gained. And now I smell like roses. I mean, not really, because it's light side. Aton.
Ah, hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up.
Are you okay? You look a little disoriented.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done?
So to speak, we need to leave, so let's go.
Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
Until the galaxy runs out of people, yes.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping.
You've done enough, Aton. You can go if you want.
No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things
What
start
was that?
better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point.
You surprised me. I thought you'd want to jump ship as soon as you could.
Ah, hey, don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
I don't know what's up with Kreia there. Alright then, let's go. Kreia?
Let us keep moving. There is nothing more to be gained here.
Very well, let's keep moving. There's really nothing that I should otherwise say.
What? Look, I'm fine, okay? I was just a little dizzy when I first woke up.
Are you sure?
Look, I appreciate the concern, really, but I'm fine.
Got it. Just wanted to check on you. Okay, and now he has a weapon. This is pretty important, because otherwise I would have to equip them. And this way I don't have to equip them. And I'm very happy for that, honestly. So, we came from there. And we're going over this way. This is easy to miss. This thing over here. Ion Charger Mark III. We're getting really good quality upgrades. I don't know where we're going. This is weird. So past the star map or whatever. Oh! T3M4 is here?
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atreus stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
That's good. That's a good line. T3, are you alright? It wasn't your fault they took the ship, T3. Hold on. What information are you talking about? I don't know if why. Just don't know why. Why would you want what's in your memory core? You can fill me in later. Let me get you out of there first. Yeah, we'll see you at the Ebonhawk. Look at that. We finally got T3. And naturally we're gaining light side points, but that's not real. We know we're gonna be dark side forever. Right. Just didn't get Kreia points. Those are the only points I care for. Ooh, also a workbench. That could be good. I knew it. I knew this weapon wasn't good. Well, then again, Vibro Sword. Was it not good, or did I just not have enough to upgrade it? I think it was just a matter of not having enough to upgrade it. Pressing escape allows me to go back to the main menu. Or to this menu over here. Because that's pretty important. I think I'm going to need to throw away a lot of these weapons, because I don't think I'm going to be selling anything. I mean, I might. There's nothing here, though. Shouldn't we have some upgraded ranged weapons? No, it's Baudur who has them. Either way, we're good. I wonder if I can make a lightsaber. We can make lenses. Right, that's just... It's exclusively for upgrade items. Yeah, nothing in the workbench. I am very confused about this blast steel cylinder. Please let me open it. I would really... Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. A canny shield. That's pretty good. And that's the Ebonhawk. That we have seen before as well. So no surprise. We got a lab station. We're not really going to worry about that. We have those in the ship anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Or does it? Because there might be bosses. And there's loot all over the place. Which is good, because obviously I'm gonna explore everything. Can you believe exploring this stuff not giving me any loot? This is the loading ramp to the Ebonhawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the Telos Polar Academy for good. Let's do it. I think I might be able to come back. I'm not sure. It's very easy to tell. That's not very camouflaged at all, that academy.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Oh, going to hyperdrive. What's with T3? What are you talking about? You downloaded Atreus' archives?
What is the machine saying?
I don't know. I don't understand. He said there was a holo record of my trial in Atreus' records.
We seem to have found it.
That's the room we were in before.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came here because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
The horror you wrought at Malachor, which is the Sith, or the... No, it's the freaking Mandalorians, I think. The truth is that no Jedi should turn from war. They should embrace it.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Oh, so that's what that thing was. Arrogant, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. How's it going? It's been a while.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here,
Kavar.
I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atreus, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all.
The irony in that.
Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atreus? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she
it's a pretty amazing game.
Destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was
Always the no good will come from the
still
truth.
a matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
But now we're learning.
Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Those last few moments after my trial, I had no idea. Because I wasn't there. The cinematography was also pretty good. If you find anything else, let me know. Atreus has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. That's Master Vrook in Dantooine, Master Zez-Kai El in Nar Shaddaa, Master Kavar in Onderon, Master Vash in Korriban, Master Atreus in Tellus. That's farts. All of those fools were there when I was sentenced.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
That would make sense if Atreus let the T3 download things and give me basically her job of finding the Jedi. And I think it is. The first choice here is we have no choice, which means that we do not have a choice because this is a role-playing game. Let's go with the last one. Then I say we forget the Jedi and go right for the Sith.
General, is there
I did not
a reason
expect
you
that.
Don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Yeah, Atreus and the Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one if you wanted to, but you know that.
And why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General. But whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
More farts.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat.
It's Bazak.
Even if I didn't have...
I know, right?
And somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor.
That scene cut was bad. It shouldn't have been done. It looks like we're talking into a different
How many
robot.
credits?
Did you lose?
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the General? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
Being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Beep beep deep.
You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
It's got wheels, you
All I'm saying
idiot.
is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too.
That's what I was talking about before.
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Utility droids tend to have a habit of towards developing personality quirks.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
Okay.
You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you.
That's a weird decision to make the dialogue go like that. Cousin it had a great personality in the Addams family. Journal has been added. Bao-Dur has offered to help you construct a lightsaber. You have found a fixture for the energy cell, but still need emitter and lens fixtures. After the lightsaber is built, you'll be able to enhance it with upgrades. And T3 found a secret holo recording of your trial before the Jedi Council. He also discovered that Atreus has tracked the supposed whereabouts of other Jedi scattered throughout the galaxy. According to our files, Master Rook traveled to Dantooine and a bunch of other people traveled to other places. There is no telling if any of them is still alive, but there is a chance that they know why you were exiled and know more of the Sith threat that pursues you. Yeah, that's going to be our objective through the whole game, I think. The remote is still going around. You sound better than T3. It's been a long time since the war. I'm surprised you're still functioning. Could you stop flying around? That's just better if I need to find it. I'm not really sure what I do if I find it, but still.
Yes, General?
Why did you pick up that remote anyway?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm not around.
There's something going on here. What does it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modification.
It's wild, isn't it?
He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
It's a nightmare! Do I have all the lightsaber parts I'll need? Actually, never mind. Hey. Why are you making that noise? Go back to Bao-Dur and help him work. At least he stopped.
Yes, General?
My god. Do I have all the lightsaber parts I'll need?
Let me see what you have. No.
That's crazy.
Matrix and lens. Something else I can help you with?
What are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Yeah, it probably was T3. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, General?
Do you have any shields I could use?
Sorry, General, I'm flat out. I'll see if I can make some more when I get a chance. Something else I can help you with?
Nope. Okay. So that's Bao-Dur's place. In the engine's ship. And this would be Mission's place in the first game. Oh, I'm just stuck over here. But obviously she's not. We're not in the first game, and there's no Mission. Mission is a weird name for a person. But then again, Star Wars is Star Wars. What can I do here with you? Because I think I have a new part. This looks like the remains of an HK unit. Initialize the control cluster. You have installed the droid's control cluster. And that's it. We got some more things in there. Though these swords look intimidating. That would be an interesting... I wonder what he would say. He probably would say something about... Because he talks like that. Hey, Atten. What's up?
Something up?
Yeah. Just, had some questions for you.
All right. What did you want to know?
Nothing. There's no dialogue to be had with Aten. That's curious. We're gonna just go around the whole ship, because that's how we do. Hopefully. Kreia.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Always. I want you to teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I want to build a lightsaber.
The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place.
Can you teach me any lightsaber forms?
The Jedi practice many forms, many styles.
I don't know that I asked this. I don't think so.
It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the forms, return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience.
Can you tell me of the Shicho style?
It is simple, and its simplicity is strength. It allows focus, a slightly improved chance of connecting with one's opponent. It has no other advantages or disadvantages. It is an effective form to fall back on when no other form will do. Others may come with time, with experience.
Of course. I wish to know more about the Force forms.
Very well. Of which did you wish instruction?
Interesting that this is an option. The one that allows me to focus the Force.
It allows you to recover your strength with the Force more quickly, and it lends strength to your Force powers. It has no other drawbacks. Such a form
Wow,
is
that's much better.
Third of the Jedi consulars, and effective in combats where you must fight only through the Force.
That sounds like my kind of deal, honestly. Okay.
Ask, and I will answer.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
There might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use.
That's wrong.
They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes.
Okay.
If need be, I can heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Kreia, what are you? Are you a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
To ally myself with someone without knowing their allegiance isn't wise.
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed...
That's
in
a
the code of the
success.
Jedi? That I
Nice.
felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
If the past is as important as you claim, then I would hear yours. This is a hidden cutscene.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Take what strength you may steal from me. That is all I need be to you. In you all my hopes rest for the future.
Wow, I don't remember that cutscene at all. I need more than that, Kreia.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Fair enough.
Ask.
Did you know Atreus at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other
Influence
questions,
failure.
you may ask those. But
President, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow.
You know answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask.
Do you know anything about the Sith who pursue us?
Nothing more than we already know. There is danger in such knowledge.
I think I asked her already, so she might be able to come back to these questions and ask them again. Never mind, I'll be going now. And I gained 1,000 experience points, but no influence with her. I'm not actually sure how to gain influence with her. It's kind of scary a little bit. It's a little bit scary. So who am I missing? I talked to Baudur, I talked to Kreia, I talked to Aten. I know Kinorigan. I would need to move my face up a little bit. I can do that actually. You know what? Let's do that. Like this. And you can see other things as well. But I say them out loud to try to keep, make sure you have some keep track of what I'm saying and all that. It's just a little bit different with my face up here. And I'm also looking. Where am I looking? No, I'm still looking at the game more or less, so it's not too bad for for just seeming like I'm making sense in the overall scheme of things. So Aten, I think we're leaving. We have the Ebonhawk. We are currently in Paragus. No. Why are we in Paragus? I don't think we are in Paragus. I think we can travel to the Ebonhawk. I don't understand that. Tila Citadel. So we have the Tila Citadel station over here. We have Onderon. We have Nar Shaddaa, Dantooine, and Korriban. We can go to all of the planets, just like in KOTOR 1. Except there will be an extra planet because of things, because that's how it works. And possibly more stuff that was cut from the game. Let's go to a beautiful place. Dantooine. See? It's beautiful. The ruins of the Jedi. Oh, we can see the outside from here. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Atten?
Something up?
No. Thought he was gonna say something about Dantooine. So who am I taking with me? Well, we'll see. Honestly, I want Kreia and Atten. They are the most interesting characters, but maybe I'll change things around a little bit. Let's go. Cromwell, welcome to the stream. I truly believe...
Visitor, you must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first.
I truly believe this one is better than the first. Yeah, as well. I believe the same. The first has an amazing reveal, but this one just feels so dark and lonely. Kreia is so awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I remember the... And thank you for the follow, by the way. I remember the ending feeling very unrewarding because it was like, there's a lot of stuff that was cut from the ending. I finished the game twice, but I never really understood how the ending works, and like, there's no answers, there's no real answers. You build all these answers throughout the game and then don't answer them at the end. I didn't ask for a welcoming committee, goodbye.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the Administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
And you have protocol droids.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you?
You're damaged, droid. What happened to you?
My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Sith invasion.
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you?
That's the problem when game companies can make time schedules. It's unfortunate, but using RCM is the way to do. I'm using RCM. TSLRCM, yes. That's the one I'm doing. What can you tell me about Dantooine?
Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave,
no, it's totally fine. You can chat.
For the local community.
Absolutely, you can chat. What do you know of the ruins?
The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda Outpost.
It's gonna be interesting.
You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins.
That's what I'm going first then. Tell me about the Enclave... Sorry. Tell me about how the Enclave came to be ruined.
My apologies. I have...
It is the first planet. Well, not really the first planet, because you go to Telos and to Paragus. But this is like, of the planets that that we have access to choose, this is the first planet, yes. So I don't know if it's the best one. It probably isn't, but I just wanted to change the scenery. And something a little bit less industrial, because we spend so much time in just buildings. The first of the Jedi planets. Yes, absolutely. Never mind.
May I be of any further service to you?
Yes. What can you tell me about Dantooine?
Dantooine is a rural world. Since
you spoke of salvage.
Kunda's salvage industry is a main source of income for the local community. At their own risk, salvagers may remove
all the dialogues are like
designated salvage areas
a pyramid, like a tree, so it's very easy for us to just go back and forth. Can you just... So you can just walk into the ruins... Yeah. So you can just walk into the ruins and take anything you wish?
The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is proportionate to the appraised value of the item. For more details, speak to Administrator Terena Adare at the Kunda Outpost. The famed ruin...
And this is how you mentioned salvage, yeah?
May I... Say...
Is there any work available here?
The local militia occasionally offers employment to qualified soldiers.
These are tricky dialogues to record.
In the Kunda Outpost.
It's a good thing I'm doing editing, because recording this as a Let's Play is tricky. Where's the Kunda Outpost?
The Kunda Outpost is just outside this landing facility. May I be of any further service to you?
What are the local areas of interest?
The main area of interest for visitors is the Kunda Outpost. There you will find the local officials who preside over the Dantooine colony. Administrator Terena Adare and militia leader Zeron. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins.
Why were you walking in a circle? I didn't notice that, but still.
I am conducting my appointed rounds. May I be of any further service to you?
That's the wrong kind of rounds, you idiot. I'll be going.
If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
You fool. Either way, we have a lot of people to talk to, and a footlocker to steal. Or rather, rob. Like, please do not steal my belongings, he says. Well, I stole all of your belongings already. Pato Ado. I gave you greetings, human. So many visitors come to Kunda. New faces arrive all the time. It is said that all too often turmoil and strife bring. I am Pato Ado, an ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this planet to rejoin my herd. I have explored much of this planet, but I am anxious to depart. And we're gonna need to. I am gonna need again to record lines because these are important to record. Impossible to record because these guys speak way too fast. It's impossible to follow their lines. I'm sorry. I give you greetings. After you stole... Yeah, he said... I mispronounced it as I gave you greetings, but he says I give you greetings after you stole my footlocker. Yes, absolutely, it is. What are you doing on Dantooine? I was sent to catalog the natural resources of this planet. A fascinating planet filled with life. Many biologists... But even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. And again, I need to record that line. Do these guys just worry about correcting planets? Is that all they're doing? Because they're going to be my sworn enemies if that's how it works. How can it be corrected? It is difficult to say. Ecosphere forces are hard to disrupt, but sentients have terrible power. The fallen Jedi's proximity may be the root of the problem, but who can say? Something must be causing the mysterious behavior of the Kinrath. What's so unusual about their behavior? Kinrath are common to several worlds where they are well known for their burrowing and nesting, but here they swarm. The tunnels near here appear to be the center of their anomalous behavior. I assume that might be why he's anxious to leave Dantooine. The wait for my herdship has been long, and I'm eager to return to Telos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I have taken up a curious recreation known as Pazak. Much time passed, and I made many friends, but now the humans here no longer play with me. I do not completely understand. When I was learning, they were eager to play for small amounts of credits. Now that I enjoy and know the game, no one will play. I even offered to wager rare components useful in the making of armor, but after a short time, even that wasn't enough. Now I am anxious for time to pass again. I do not suppose you have a Pazak deck and an inclination to pass time with me? He's having a pass on me right now. Yes, I am. I do, but can I play for the armor components? That'd be nice. That is very fast dialogue. Sometimes it isn't, and it's weird, but yeah. Yeah. Can I play? Yeah, I asked for the armor components. You are? That is good to hear. Unfortunately, I save my armor components for special games, perhaps after a few hands. I have many credits. We could play for 250 credits a game, if you would like. Do you have any cards that I could buy? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Plus and minus 6. Buy that. Do I want the flip? Might want the flip. The flip is really powerful. Like, any flips are incredible, but higher flips are better. I think I got, like, some really good flips up at the beginning of the game. And that's it. And now, We save the game, because of course we do. So you are back to talk to me. That is good. Most humans are too busy with their troubles to talk with me recently. Yeah. So let's play Pazak. I am looking forward to this next match. You don't remember playing the card game. It's basically like in the first game, but it's got a few more cards, a few new types. I didn't really get that many new cards, all things considered. Do I want a -4 over a -1? Yes, I do. I think that's good. Play. Let's win. Because we're playing for 250. So, off to a bad start with a 7. 17 right away. Okay, we can make it 20. And I win for the first set. Okay. Off to a bad start with a 9. But I roll a 1. And immediately he busts. That sounds... Don't worry about it. This is not bad. 16 against 10. And it's a 20. I'm actually gonna play that flip. Oh. I have defeated my opponent. I didn't know I was gonna defeat it like that. But once you have 9 cards on the deck or on the table, you can't. You win by default if you have lower points. That's kind of... Now that was a good game and fortune was with you. I am eager for another game. If you desire, we can change the stakes. Betting is not very interesting to me. I merely like sharing a good game with someone. Yes, could I... I like to change the stakes. Over the weeks of playing Pazak, I've found myself with more credits than I need. We can play for many credits, or for none at all. Well, I kind of... Can you afford 750 credits at hand? If that is what you would like, shall we play now? Yes. I'm looking forward to this next match. He's lying. No, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, we can change the wager from here, which is really weird. I'm not sure why he does that, but let's hope that this is a good game. We're off to a good start with a 2 versus 8, a 5 versus 6, a 2 versus 9, and that is not fantastic. However, we can tie. A 9 versus 8, a 1 versus 2, okay, it's tied, and 20, that is lucky, and I win my first set. 8 versus 6, and a 7 versus 5, and I cannot, this is not great. 17 right now. And, ooh, look at that, he played a card and went with 20 against 20. 4 against 1, 12 against 8, and that's a 19. 13, come on, 23. That's not great. I need to tie, and I will tie. We're gonna stand. We can't play 2 cards in the same turn. 9 versus 6, 16 versus 6. Oh my god, that was bad. 5 versus 3, 14 versus 13, 23. Oh, that's a perfect 20. Ah, I got a 20 as well. I'm lucky. It's now all up to the chances, really. I got another 20. My god, this guy sucks. I'm pretty sure because I think the difficulty, I said it before, but the difficulty of Pazak players, I'm pretty sure it's tied to RNG. At least in the first game it is, I think. But this guy is easy peasy. Now that was a good game, and fortune was with you. I am eager for another game. If you desire, we can change the stakes. No. I mean, I wish to, but, 750. Why didn't I get... Oh, maybe I don't get the pop-up on the previous one. So... Change the stakes to special armor components. I would only wager those if I had nothing else to bet. They are rare and useful to my work. Really? I will need to drive you to poverty. I mean, that's fine with me. That is not a particularly great hand, but I do have a 20. And so does he. 19 versus 20, that's what you get. That's what you get. Nice. 1 versus 0. Take his monies. I am taking his monies. I don't know how much monies he has. 17. Oh man, that sucked. We have 1 card each. I am ahead by 1. 26 bust, and I don't even need to play. That was lucky as hell. 12 versus 6, 15, going at 20. And lovely. Now that was a good game. Fidal Gelfaf. How about now? No. This guy really wants to lose. Maybe that's why he's so rubbish. You know what I mean? Because otherwise this would be impossible if you were very lucky. Because I'm being really lucky, admittedly. $17. I don't have a +3, which is a shame. He rolls a 20. But I have a -1, so we tie there. 13. Oh, we tied on the first one. Okay. Tying a lot now. He goes for an 18. Well, I go for a 19 then. And I win. What a weird game this one is. And he busts. Ooh, 19. And I have a 19 and I stand. It's better than anything else. 19, stand. Now that was a good game. Okay, let's change the stakes now. How about special armor? Wow! I'm just getting all of the money here. I mean, I'm okay with it. Pazak is fun. But still. Okay. This is easy. I haven't lost a single time. I've been sort of afraid. Oh. That's a shame. Wow. I haven't lost a single time, I say, as he wins. He did bet on a 19 and I rolled a 20, a natural 20. Oh boy, effectively it is a natural 20. Speaking of natural 20, let's go with that card over there. Ah, you jerk. You betray me greatly. 18. 20 natural, and he rolls a 20 with a card. I roll another natural 20, my god. It's unbelievable. The RNG is definitely on my side. It's impossible to lose again. Well, it's not impossible, but... and he busts. All of the credits I have won on this planet are in your hands, but it was quite worth it to play. The only thing I have left to wager are the armor components I spoke of earlier. Do you want to play for them? I want to save before I do that. Let's play for the armor components. This is good news. If you win, you get the components. If I win, I get 1,000 credits. Is that acceptable? Sure. Then let the game begin. It's gonna be an easy one. You haven't given me a challenge at all. 13 versus 6. Okay, off to a good start. For you, not for me. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna end the turn there. That was such a bad hand that I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna cut my losses. And you have a 20 on that. Okay, I can accept that. I can use this and invert my 4. Satisfied. It's a good thing I didn't. 3 versus 4. 7 versus 10. 8 versus... Ooh, 14. He's gonna bust. 15. I got a natural 20. Very nice. I call it natural, but I don't know. Without the cards. Speaking of cards, let's get that 6 in there. And 20 versus 21. I win. 19. 20. We have armor components. He even rolled a 10, which is impossible. Well, it's not impossible to win or impossible to break because you have these flips and they can do things. But you have defeated your opponent. My games with you have been the most enjoyment I've had in weeks. You are a skilled Pazak player, and you have won yet again. Here are the armor components as I promised. I hope you're still interested in playing. But it appears I have nothing more to bet. We could always play for the sheer enjoyment of the game, though. No, it's fine. Another time. I'll be going. May your journeys be equally fortunate, friend. Filangelfa. Filangelfa. And I got all of the armor. It's not just... I thought it was going to be like an item. Nope. I got all of the armor improvements. That's very nice. And we got an Ikane shield. Those are also pretty nice and important. Whew. That was... It's a lot of games. There's a lot of containers around here. Which, again, it's a good thing. Because you want to find loot when you explore. And if they want... Oh, it's locked. Well, I think I might be able to do something about that. Can I?
Damn thing's stuck.
Really? Okay. Oh, T3 needs to level up. Yes, you do. First off, try to open that. Impossible. Let's find out what happens when I increase your attributes. What am I giving him? Intelligence? Is it wisdom? Actually don't know. I'm gonna say it's intelligence. Because of the security. What is it based off? Or is that not how it works in this game? I don't think it is. So I'm gonna give him... Could give him dexterity. Or I could give him the intelligence. Which in this case I think is good. I'm pretty sure that's not the first attribute that I give him. So let's go up on that. Demolitions. Yeah. So repair, security, and computer use. Those are very good things to have. And of course there's many level ups. Lovely. Feats. What do we have over here? 2-weapon fighting. Improved caution. Improved gearhead is probably what I want at the moment, considering it gives more repair, security, and computer use. Let's go with it. And another level up after that for skills. Very nice. And another level up after that for even more skills. I couldn't ask for more, honestly. I mean, I could, but I can't. And he's going towards dark side because the influence is growing. Okay, let's see if it is impossible now. It's still impossible. Really? Well, let's leave it at that. Let's just keep it in that little spot. We can come back later, I think. And we have the whole team back. This is good that we can change our characters willy-nilly. Because you never know when you're going to need T3, basically. I wonder what that has for it to be an impossible check. Because obviously you can come here at any moment. It's not leveled to... It's not, you know, set to your level. We could break it as well if I wanted to. Hello. You seem to be having a problem with your coffin, or whatever that is.
What do you want? I don't have time for curses and salvagers.
I am a Jedi. Show some respect.
A Jedi? I've got to tell the others.
If you warn the others, I will destroy you.
I'm sorry, Master Jedi. I won't tell anyone if you spare me. I promise.
I can't take the chance that you'll betray me. Die, worm! Look at him trying to kick me. He's an idiot. Let's see if Kreia doesn't like that. I don't think Kreia is gonna like that.
Such displays are not the signs of true strength.
She didn't like that. Let's do it another way then. I think there's a better way of doing this. We can have our cake and eat it too. And we can gain a little bit more control over Aten, I think, is what's going on. Where are they? Oh, I'm sorry, Aten. I sort of sent him away. Yeah. Our companions in crime.
What do you want?
I will kill you.
Ah, leave me.
No, that was
Jedi.
terrible. Oh, shut up. Stupid as hell. That was stupid as hell. It's not a problem. I need to remove Kreia and add T3.
What do you want?
Jedi. There we go. I don't like the hits. Let's kill you with force. Wow, you die. He died even faster than before. Oh, now you don't like it? Such actions are sometimes necessary, T3. What? Why can't anybody like me being dark side? I will find somebody. Actually, I'll find nobody because I don't think anybody likes that. Either way, Aten didn't get into control, or Aten didn't like lose control of himself as he did before. So die, worm. Like this.
Such displays are not the signs of true strength.
Dark side is difficult. Kreia is difficult. What is she doing there? Didn't I take her away? So let's take her away there. Yes, it's only me and Aten. I want to kill you as I did already twice or 3 times already. So, yeah. And now, he punches me for 1 damage. Good job. Aten.
I think we got the drop on him before he knew it was happening.
And of course I gain influence with Aten. See? The correct choices. I make the correct choices. I thought he had farts. It's just parts. It's not farts. Okay, Cray, definitely didn't see anything. I am not standing on top of a corpse that it's totally fine. It's totally okay. Definitely good. And I will be doing that from now on until forever, so that Kreia can like me, and I can bring her with me to the dark side. I'm not sure that's actually how it's going to happen, because it feels a little bit... It doesn't seem like that would be the story for her. So we talked to everybody over here already who don't really have... He's just resting. Yes! Yeah, it's just sleeping. That's what it is. Don't mind the electrocution wounds. This is a lovely place, and we can still see the manta rays up there, or whatever those are called, or are in the first place. Doesn't matter what they're called. This is similar-ish to the areas in the first game, but I don't think they are the same areas. It would be really weird if they were. We have the Kinrath. I don't think I like the Kinrath. Let's... No. Battle meditation. Improve force body. Thank you. And now, what do we have? Oh, it's these things that look awful. Oh, they die. Oh, it's poison. I'm not a big fan of poison. In fact, I hate poison. That said, I think I'm gonna be totally fine. They don't really have loot. That's kind of surprising. And they give experience. I'm also taking damage because, of course, I'm using my force powers. Wow, my force doesn't even go down. I'm so dark side that this must be free or something. Let's see. Let's use a little bit more over here. Yeah, the force is going down. So this is an exit to the courtyard, to a courtyard. We're going to worry about that later. So these are basically praying mantis, except without a head. That's definitely not disturbing at all.
More where that came from.
Yes. Good job. There's a few more on this side. Oh, I don't have the force body. Probably should, just in case. Is that a dungeon over there? Atten? You idiot, Atten. You could just be so much more useful than you are. Just shoot them. They're like almost dead. It is a dungeon. A crystal cave. I think we're going into the crystal cave. In the first game, this area has a major quest, in fact, related to the crystal caves. The mercenary ahead doesn't notice you. How do we know they're a mercenary? He appears to be walking past the Kinrath unarmed. That is true, but that's because the Kinrath are his pets. So we're not going to use Force Body now, because I think that's probably unnecessary. So yeah, in the first game, there's a huge quest related to this, and there's a companion, a very specific companion. A very lovely companion in the first game that is related specifically to the mines. Can I kill you all at the same time? That'd be so nice. Yes, I can. Unfortunately, I didn't kill you very well. That's pretty good. Yeah, I said it was pretty good. But it does injure me quite a lot, so I think I'm going to use Kreia. Kreia, so the moment I select her, she's like, "Ting-ting!" I think it's going to be fine, right? To use her in the front line. She's good for it. Just need to activate Night Speed. There's some rubble here. And something. An Arcanian energy shield. Let's go with this. And the game now looks like it wants to kill me. Oh my god. Well, at least we have the Night Speed. That's going to help a little bit with the defensive maneuvers. But that's a kill. Wow. I do not like that camera. That screen thing. I'm going to save this particular ability for only the most dangerous enemies. Because it looks awful. I still have it from back here because we have the force share. Hey, Atten, you're really, really helping out. I'll promise you. Yeah. This guy is useless. So what do we have over here? More rubble. That's always nice. Adrenal stamina. Metal box. With another Arcanian shield. Response package. It's for reflex, I believe. And what looks like a prison cell. Because I believe it is the same exact type of prison cell that we have whenever we're arrested. Which we have been quite a lot in this game. There's a lot of arrests. There's a lot of people imprisoned. That feels like a theme, you know, if you know what I mean. It's just something that the developers really were into. And we have a Hive Kinrath.
More where that came from.
That might be... Oh, it lied. Don't do that. That might be what makes these guys so dangerous.
Yes.
No, you idiot! Okay. Take those shots, come on. Good.
Just say the word.
Yeah, I think these guys are tougher. Is there poison around here, or... I don't know what... Adrenal stamina? No, we're not in combat. We're good. There's gonna be more of them. And that, yeah, there's just a lot of Hivekin rats. Kreia is going in. I think that's gonna be good. You are gonna do a little bit of lightning as well. Because you can. Do you have a life drain? Improved drain force. Force scream, kill, force lightning. You don't have life drain. I really would appreciate some life drain. Eventually it will happen. That little bugger realized who was the biggest threat. Oh. You're casting things on purpose. That's nice. Thank you. That's the support. The support thing. Got some rubble. I think we're getting closer to where we want to be. Because we want our lightsaber things.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you. Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Tell me more about these crystals.
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
Yes. You said the crystals absorb Force? I feel strange, but not weaker.
The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
I don't like the idea of leaving behind evidence.
That can hardly be avoided. Even mundane actions of the basest creatures can create detectable ripples in the Force. A Minok beating its wings on the plains could cause a sandstorm in the desert.
That's not what it means.
Figuratively speaking, Jedi have much bigger wings.
What if I destroyed all these crystals?
That would create quite a large impression of yourself, and the crystals would eventually grow back.
Okay. I don't like that. Also, Aten is right in the middle. That said, I say middle, but it's not really middle. These are just hatchlings. It's probably not going to be an issue. Let's go with Affliction there. Let's get you... Let's get you to... cast... Battle Meditation. And then you move over here. That worked out. Okay. It's not too shabby. And you're now Afflicted, which is pretty good. I probably can just leave you to your own things. Let's go with a Horror next. Oh, we're doing the Affliction still. Okay. Do a Horror there and then attack. I think it's going to be fine. And I think a Light can come in and do the Lightning Storm that I so love. They are lowered experience, so I think these were easier. Then again, the game made such a big deal about them, you know? Just like, why are you going to give me a cutscene if these things are just going to be easy? I think I know why. There's going to be a bigger one. Then again, many of them can be a problem if, you know, if they're relatively powerful. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. What is that?
Just say the word.
Yes.
Okay, well, we could attack them with our torch. That doesn't seem to have done anything. I don't seem to be taking any damage from the farts either.
Yes.
No, not you. Adelaide. Do I take damage from them? I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Obviously, these are not the crystals. These are just eggs. But still, I'll destroy them because I'm a dark side. I must destroy things. I cannot be nice. If I am nice, I will go up in the dark side thing. So we have a crystal and, well, actually we have two crystals, a violet and a fond. I don't fully know that they are both the same, however. I just now realized I have a control key that allows me to look up. I did not realize this. I don't know that this actually is a thing in the first game. But in this game, I have missed it for some of the scenes that we have been to. So we're getting some crystals. This is good. And I think these are the focus crystals, specifically. A delight crystal! No, it isn't!
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed.
What does it mean?
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Is the bond dangerous?
Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve.
Does the crystal feed off the light side of the Force?
The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light.
Okay. So that is the focus crystal. That is the major aspect, or the major ingredient. Honestly, we should leave. It's probably better to come back later. Now that we have the crystal, we can make the lightsaber, you know? So we could go to another area. Another planet. I think that's going to be better. For the Let's Play, as well as for just strategies. Obviously, it's not going to happen immediately, but we're going to make sure we explore everything of the area that we're in. And then we'll see. Kyber crystals. And we leveled up. I don't know if they're... I don't know. Destroy all the planets. Well, that would be a lovely thing to do. So, we got some skills. Not too bad. We're very high level. We have a contention. Makashi lightsaber form. Ooh, nice. That's probably for defense or something. And we have 1 power. Improved energy resistance. Improved force scream. Wouldn't be bad. Not having the force deflection is quite something. I'm making the conscious effort to do that. And we have Drain Life over here. That's what I've been waiting for. I think it's only now that we have access to it. This power allows the Jedi to drain the life of others to heal him or herself. 1d4 points are drained for every level of the character. A successful fortitude save at a DC of 5 plus all the things reduces the damage to half. And this power does not affect droids, as many of the Force powers don't. So we are... I don't know. I'm level 13. I could have had that before. I just didn't notice. I'm very good at this game. Don't ask questions. We got some more rubble. Although, it's the first time I am actually noticing it's a vase that is broken. It's not quite rubble. Let's look. This does damage per level. This, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. This skill. Oh, we got things coming from behind. I didn't realize that. Thank you, Atten. You're very kind. That is a Viper one. Wait, that's the mercenary. What are you doing? You shouldn't be sneaking around like that. These tunnels are too dark to tell man from beast. Well, I'm woman, so it's kind of... You can't really tell at all. I do not sneak. Okay, what are you doing here? The crystal caves are filled with Kinrath. Surely you've heard of me. I am Adelaide, the famous spelunker. Brilliant, me too! It's such a pleasure to meet a fellow lunker. Aren't the crystals in these caves absolutely fascinating? Yes. You're different from most of the mercenaries I've met. Also, I don't know why I know you are a mercenary, but still. I am an explorer and a scientist. My profession as a mercenary enables me to travel the galaxy and explore caves on many planets. The Kinrath don't attack you. Why is that? That's a trade secret I'm afraid I can't share. Oh, you will tell me your trade secret.
Just like a Jedi.
I will tell you my trade secret. I recently discovered that these Kinrath discern friend from foe based primarily on scent. The common Kinrath have an odor-emitting gland near their rectum that keeps them from attacking each other. Carrying the Kinrath scent gland allows me and the other mercenaries to avoid notice by the local Kinrath population. You stole their ass glands? You are even more dark side than I am. I must have one of these. No, let's not say that right away. Let's say the other one. What do you know about the other mercenaries? Most of the mercenaries here are rather surly, but that happens anytime there's significant downtime between jobs. From what I've heard, we should be getting another job real soon, but I don't know what it will be exactly. They tend to keep me out of the loop. Why do they keep you out of the loop? Truth be told, I don't fit in well with the other mercenaries. I am given special privileges, which makes some of the others jealous. And you mentioned crystals, by the way. Yes, the crystals in this cave are unlike any I have seen. Some are warm to the touch, while others are freezing. They seem to draw and contain energy of some sort. Yeah, the energy you speak of is the Force. I sense some small Force potential within you. I wouldn't speak of the Force if I were you. Most of my mercenary brethren would assume you were a Jedi and try to collect a bounty on you. But I am a Jedi. I wonder what he would do, but I don't think he would collect a bounty because he's an idiot. I must have one of these scent glands, by the way. Sadly, I only have one gland on my person, which I need to keep Kinrath from attacking me. I could extract another for you, but the process takes several hours. You will give me your gland. Alright, here it is. Careful, it's very slimy. Don't squeeze it too hard, or it will pop. Don't. Okay, I'll take the gland back now. So he lent it to me. Force extract the glands. Yes. No, wait, that's a different thing. Wait, I never know how to write the other one. This is dangerously close to other things I'm not too comfortable with. Ah, I hear the Kinrath coming, worm. You'd better run for it. Oh no, without my gland, I will be slain by these Kinrath. I have to get out of this cave. The heck was that? Why do we get a cutscene after that? Why is there a cutscene? Mind control is wonderful. It is. It's so dark side. That's a ship? That's a ghost ship. Why is there... Why did I get a cutscene after that? It's so weird. This game does this even more towards the end. Who's she? Oh, I remember her.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a...
He kind of sings.
You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
That might have been the reason why we got that cutscene. Or the force change was probably the reason why you got that cutscene. But how deep am I in the force? Pretty deep. Those eyes. She's mad. She's pissed. She's like, she doesn't take no shit. Yeah. Bad things will come to those who get in my way, basically. And in here we have a little bit of rubble. Dark Jedi Master Robe. That's what I'm talking about. That I'm just assuming it's just absolutely. There it is. These robes offer superior protection while still allowing full freedom of movement. They are the robes of the true masters, those whose will and authority go unopposed. And they can be upgraded with some underlays, contrary to the Jedi robe. I love it. I'm also going to give Kreia the Jedi robe rather than the Padawan, because she needs a little bit of that, for sure. It's not as intimidating as I thought it would be. The boots are cool, though. The boots are really badass. They're the same boots as when I get naked, I think. Did I really change? I changed my underpants because of the dark side. That's kind of... I wonder what the light side has for underpants. Maybe one of those bathing suits that are like striped black and white. Something like that. I don't know. So I promised I would show how much it costs to cast that particular power. It's not here, it's here. Powers. To cast this thing. It's only a -4. It's not too bad. It's not too much, I should say. They love wearing capes and robes. The universe mysteries. What underpants do evil people wear? Exactly, right? It's that's a good one, actually. That's absolutely. But yeah, so I'm not even kidding though. Like, let me take it out. How do I take it out? None, right? Do you see that? That is not what she was wearing before. That's not even underpants. It's like a yoga suit sort of thing. She was a lot more naked before. That was. So maybe she goes. Maybe the dark side is more prude. That's what the dark side is all about. Just, you know, cover it up. Cover it up. We have some more. One of these. Do they? Oh, it's Viper Kinraths. Right. They're not actually saving. So they're pretty tough. If they're not saving and they're getting these scores. I think those two were the ones that killed that other jerk. Although the jerk didn't leave a body like a jerk. So that's pretty bad. I really was looking forward to looting his remains. I might have done that already, and I didn't notice. That's kind of a shame. I'll have to go back and watch and see. Let's go back to the Kunda Plains. That's a good point, actually. And see what else we have. They talked about the Kinrath as burrower creatures. I really was expecting to find just a bunch of snakes and worms. Rather than this. What is that? There's nothing here. And we have some more Viper Kinraths. We also have something over there. Somebody over there. Clearly, somebody without a glance. Sorry, what's the thing? The name of the... Yeah, absolutely. It's Saidhi. Hello.
What?
You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that.
Why is everybody obsessed with sneaking?
This is Kinrath territory.
I can take care of myself.
It's just a habit. We warn people that the area around Kunda is dangerous, but some of them don't listen. Probably nothing you can't handle, but I'd stay clear of the caves all the same.
What's so dangerous about the caves?
The Kinrath have been tunneling for years. Those caves...
Oh, that explains it.
Of them. We've collapsed a couple of the caves, but they just come...
Exactly, right? So the tunneling, the burrowing thing, that's about the tunnels that they make, rather than necessarily them coming out of the ground. What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load...
I recognize the voice actor.
We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
I don't really care.
That's just a great attitude.
It is.
Sorry to waste your time.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got dark side for it. I love it. I love it. We did get a quest update, I think. At least I believe that that's what happens. We didn't? Excuse me.
I have important things to do that help people. Maybe you've heard of that word.
No. People? Pfft, gross. Credits, on the other hand. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna reload that, and I'm gonna see if I ask him the things... If he gives me a quest, because I don't think he gives me a quest. Take care of myself. What's so dangerous about the caves? What are you doing out here? What are you looking? Do you suspect foul play? I do get a quest. And I don't get dark side. Let's not do that. The I don't really care option is bad. Because you lose a quest. You might as well... Like, there's ways to do that. So I can take care of myself, and then there goes the first ones. Why are you looking into it?
I'm one of the Kunda militia. They need all the able bodies they can get. I was a Republic custom inspector before I came back home. Now I'm the closest thing the militia's got to an investigator.
So you're a cop. You suspect foul play?
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our men just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something,
What's an atmospheric sensor?
It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
Any idea where they could be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
I'll see what I can do. Huh. Alrighty then. Can I take your stuff? I bet you can. I can indeed. 86 credits, very nice. So Saidhi is investigating the death of a farmer who was carrying atmospheric sensors to Kunda. He asked it to keep an eye out for anything related to the farmer's death, especially the atmospheric sensors. I think he's the one that killed it. Maybe. It could be that he is actually... Because he's looking... Why is he paying money for the atmospheric sensors? You know what I mean? Why is he doing that? That feels suspicious as hell. Because it's basically appealing to my sense of profit, which I will follow, to finish that quest, and it doesn't seem trustworthy somehow. Don't know. And we have a big house over here. This might be related. Let's also look at the quick save. So, yeah. I don't know if it is. I'm going to refrain from quick saving there. Because I might have to replay this. Because I do want to say, screw you. And if there's another way of accessing this quest by saying screw you first, then that would be interesting. Because it feels good to just be rude to people. That's how you do to Siri and Google and all that. You just call them names. Every time. That's how anybody does. We got more militia over here. Hey.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit. I'm not gonna work for someone that associates with them.
I know, right? They're gross. Dylan.
What do you want now?
What do you mean now? Could you tell me about Kunda?
Kunda used to be Old Man Matali's estate.
Oh, right.
But he didn't do so well during the war. The
Sir.
administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is our center of government.
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't that many settlers on Dantooine. This building is the start of something new for us. We are very proud of it.
It'd be more impressive if there weren't so many holes.
We're working on it. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, tell me about the administrator.
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here would be mercenaries.
Why are there so many mercenaries anyway?
We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Do they cause any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, food, or whatever just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath Hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Cath Hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. So the disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone.
That might be related to what we did. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. That's all you told me about Kunda, right?
Kunda used to be Old Man Matali's estate, but he didn't do so well during the war. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this...
I'll be going now. Well, no quest update there, though, so... I think we're just gonna need to go inside. But first... let's see if there's anything else out here. I don't... Oh, look how pretty it is! It's got like a river! Let's press Control and see. Yeah. This is the engine that powers The Witcher 1, by the way. The Aurora engine. Admittedly, it's the engine that powers Neverwinter Nights 2 specifically, because this is a previous version of it. But still. I think The Witcher 2 doesn't use this engine anymore. We got something else. We have dogs. I think I know those dogs. Those are the lion hyenas. I remember them being really tough. They're Cath Hounds, that's right. They're rough. They're pretty rough. Oh, yeah, they are. Are we gonna be alright? Maybe. Okay. Okay, move. That's good enough. Keep shooting. I only hit one of them. Okay. Attacks of opportunity are not a thing, and we got a kill. Kreia is going for it. Good job, Kreia. She's actually not taking too much damage. She's a lot better at defense than I am. How much experience am I actually gaining from them? Okay, Kreia is taking some hits there. 200 experience, but they are so tough. Yeah, it's they basically licensed the system, or they licensed the engine. The experience, as far as I understand it, the experience BioWare got from making the Neverwinter Nights 1 engine and making it such a versatile engine that a lot of people knew at the time because they made the Kingmaker sort of campaign builder. A lot of people knew that engine relatively well, and it was very flexible, as shown by the way the game passed. If you play Neverwinter Nights 1 unpatched and comparing to the Diamond Edition, it's like night and day. It's such a different game. But it's that experience and that effort that they made. They really made an effort to license the engine to other people. They obviously licensed it to because it's the same engine as Neverwinter Nights 1. They licensed it to Obsidian, and they licensed it to a few other games. I remember there was one. Who was it? There was like another one. Oh no, I'm mistaken. It's the original versions of The Witcher. The Witcher was under development for a few years. The Witcher 1 was under development for a few years, and the very first original versions are a lot closer to what Neverwinter Nights 1 is. It's like, it's so weird. If you look them up, you can probably see some demos. I've only seen ever videos about them, and it's like it's like a mixture. It's like a mixture of Diablo and Neverwinter Nights, and it's really weird. But it's they iterated and made The Witcher 1 be what it is, and I honestly think it's a great, like, it's something new in the RPG genre, but I think it's a great game. Some more howling cathounds. Might be able to make them fly or something. You see what I mean by them looking like lions and hyenas? They look like lions and hyenas. That's a horn cathound. Okay, I think this calls for...
I hear you.
Yes. Oh, you got like stuck or something. This calls for that whirly. It failed. It failed? Oh, it's Kreia who's taking the hits though, so I'm good with that. No whirlies for us. Oh, there it is. We got it. Wow. I didn't even see how much experience we got out of those. But in the first game, if you got like 500 experience from a monster, you were making it. There was one particular planet, the desert planet, because obviously there's only one type of climate per planet in Star Wars. Although in this game, that isn't the case. It's kind of interesting. But I remembered in the first game, the desert planet has some really nasty enemies in the middle of the desert. That planet is difficult. In my recollection, that's the hardest planet. Let's see. I think I didn't explore everything. There's something else up here. It's probably not going to be anything. So we're going inside. No, actually, we shouldn't go inside. Maybe we shouldn't go inside. I mean, I will go to other planets. Now that I have the crystal. I'm going to talk to Bao-Dur as well, because he's probably going to know better. But because it's going to be a while until we come back. I don't want to learn all the missions and then, stop them for a few years. And also, we have the Sith on our tail, so... Speaking of which... The heck? What is that? I don't know who you are, but you won't be alive much longer. I think she's a companion. Visas. I wasn't ready for this. let's go with Force Lightning. It seems very powerful right now. I'm gonna take a few hits. Oh. Oh, I'm neutralized. Oh, I'm dead. Wow. Am I dead? Not yet. I don't know how I survived that, but I don't think I will. I need to disable her. Wow! That's brutal. It's also brutal that I can't skip this cutscene. The lightsaber isn't energy shield. There's no shields against lightsaber, is there? Yeah, not being able to skip this is brutal. That's crazy. And I think she comes back. I'm pretty sure she's a companion. I just need to win against her right now. I told you, this level. What have you done to the crew? I like her. Okay, I'm gonna need kill, yeah. I'm gonna need Force Scream. Did that apply? It looks like it has. And I also have kill, which is the damage over time, if I remember correctly. No, it's the choke. Oh, I can... Yeah, that thing is brutal. She is taking damage over time, though. Come on, give me something here. Yes, that choke is working. All with life.
Saber, you've destroyed it.
Did I?
Master.
I didn't do that on purpose.
It is as I heard through the Force.
The choke was brilliant.
For yours.
Obviously, she's not talking about my life. And she wants to die. She's talking to her master, obviously. And she wants to die. I'm in need of servants, not corpses.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Is she gone?
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
What's a Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky.
Killing one?
Just mentioning it, she looks like she's suffered enough wounds already, even after the beating you gave her.
Yeah, I choked her. Oh, wait. You mean... even before the beating? Or I don't... What? Is her kind rare?
I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive.
I don't know how she neutralized me halfway through the combat. Maybe she knows.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force-sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them.
See through the Force?
They claim to see on a higher plane than we do. You know, the whole Force thing makes me nervous.
Will she recover? I have users for her.
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
Let me know when she awakens. I have questions for her. You have scavenged a part from Vis's Mars lightsaber. Another lightsaber part. Influence gained with Visas. I knew she was a companion. I knew it. I wonder why I gained influence, although that being dark side might play a part in that. Hey, T3. Do you know what where that HK droid in the cargo bay came from? Yeah, I don't. How's the Ebon Hawk? Good job. Glad to hear it. What about the astrogation system? You locked it. Why'd you do that? To protect who? Under whose orders? An old master? Revan, obviously. Why was where this master had gone so dangerous? What? That's a question, but I'm gonna ask it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But how did the Ebon Hawk come back from there if it was so dangerous, and why?
T3, I have one last order for you.
Is this Revan?
Our master does not.
No, this is Bastila.
And I order you to keep it a secret. Every day as we build upon Korriban,
this is Bastila.
His memories return, and the bond he and I share cannot hide it from.
It's the same voice actress as well.
He believes a threat lurks on the edge of the galaxy, something that could threaten his power. I fear he will go there, and I fear he will not return. If he leaves, he will take you with him, but not I. He knows the bond we share may prove a weakness, but he will take you. If something happens, T3, then I need you to return to the Republic and find me. And if you cannot, then I need you to seek whatever help you can elsewhere, whether Jedi or the Sith or someone in between. This is my last order to you, T3. Obey it, and do not let me lose my master, even if he believes he is protecting me.
That was Bastila from the first game, and she was talking about her master, that's Revan. And she talks in a very vague terms because it needs the Revan is irrelevant if it's light side or dark side. A friend of yours, huh? What do you mean once? It's the same, I think. That long ago. Sorry to hear it. I don't understand why you were concealing that from me. Star Wars games have this odd thing about being tied to other events in the universe. I know it's like I missed the nuances because I didn't watch the movies, I didn't read any novels or anything. So I know there's a comic book that tells the story between the two games. Somebody told me before, it might have been you. Somebody told me in the comments, but I never read any. I understand. I didn't think you kept messages like that. That person in the hologram, a friend of yours? Who was the person the hologram was talking about? So this help you came in... So this help you came in search of. You came in search of me. But why me? I was powerless, defenseless. You needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming. Someone who knew war and battle and could make the hard choices that had to be made. Both of those options are continuations. I'm honored, T3. I'll do what I can to stop this threat. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of episodes. Once every 2 days. That message doesn't tell me where the Ebonhawk came from. But why don't you have that information? Deleted? By whom? You deleted it? Why? It's hissing at me. Something's wrong here. There must have been a reason for it. Don't be sorry. Maybe you had a good reason. Or were trying to protect someone. Never mind. I'll be going. An influence has been gained. Unfortunately, light side has been gained as well. But that's not a big deal because... Oh, actually it is. It's going back up. I know it was right around there. Yeah, but we don't worry about it. Wait. Can I ask you about the HK now? Oh, yes. You were trying to rebuild him. Why? This is good. We're unlocking all the characters. To protect me. But that's an assassin droid. A deranged assassin droid. I'd rather have your help, and that's it. Read it. Yes, I understand you're not a combat Alright. Where did you get it from? Best evil character will trick the light side to gain their favor. Yeah. Any idea how its parts got scattered all over the galaxy? I had to ask. Do you know where I can find the parts? This is such a weird dialogue. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it. I'll check with the droid merchants across the galaxy then. Any idea how its parts got scattered? I had other questions then. I need a programming spike. Okay, I'll be going now. Nice. A lot of programming spikes and, of course, experience from unlocking basically a dialogue tree. And I don't think I can do anything here with the HK unit because I don't have any new parts. Let's see if people are alive. Well, people should be alive. Baudur. I need to talk to Baudur. Is in here. No, he's on the other side of the ship. I never know because it's cargo bay? Cargo bay, yeah. That's Krea's place as well. Baudur! Hey.
Yes, General?
Do you have any, do I have all the lightsaber parts I'll need?
Let me see what you have. No, you're still missing a lens. Something else I can help you with?
I need to find a lens. Do you have any shields I can use?
Sorry, General, something else I can...
No, it's it. No. Sorry, I still had to find a lens. Okay, I'll be going. Yeah, we need to find that lens. So we're going to a different planet then. And hopefully it'll be the planet with a lens. But it's gonna be... That's gonna be that for this stream. I'll look it up. I'll actually see where the lens can be gotten. Because if the lens can be gotten in Dantooine, it's gonna be a bummer. Because I'm gonna need to find out. I'm gonna need to figure something out, basically. I do want to build the lightsaber as soon as possible. I'm sure it's not gonna matter too much, but it's gonna matter some, and I want to have a lightsaber, so... Yeah. So, this is the 7th stream, and I'll be saving it here. So, and that's gonna be that for this stream, as I was saying. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. I will be seeing you next Saturday. Not at the same time. I start 1 hour later on Saturdays, and I'll be playing Fallout New Vegas. So, thank you so much. Let me move my face. Forgot. I moved my face right there. That background doesn't look very good. It's got like a thing underneath. Either way. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.